Getting famous is all about consistency, but there is just one law that every famous person use so they can keep and enhance their fame. And the law is always make people feel important. The deepest desire every human being has is the feeling of importance. Imagine how likable you will be if you were someone who provide this kind of feeling, which is the feeling of importance to people. You will always be sitting at the head of the table. You will always be honored and appreciated. Had someone who asked me, what is the point of making other people feel important? If you are that selfish that you can't share happiness and joy for the people in your environment, then how are you planning on living in a peaceful environment? You see, a man, his only pursuit in life is just peace. So you will never find a man who does not share love and appreciation to the people around him. Men pursue peace, so they share love and happiness to the people around them for no returns. I can give you a compliment, I'm not expecting a return from that, but I'm just here so I can make more peace around my environment. And also, you create memories to yourself because now when you eventually get gray and old, you will remember those days and you will be so grateful for how kind you were. But here, when it comes someone who is wise, someone who's clever, who would say, instead of just viewing it as a task, you would just treat people the way you want to be treated. And once you treat people the way you want to be treated, honestly, everyone will be so delightful. Everyone will be so appreciative. Everyone will be so helpful, and you will be remembered. So now, whenever you just go somewhere public and you find something interesting, as a shoe that you find someone wearing, or a hat, or whatever, really, just go and compliment it. Even if it's just in a store, just go to the salesman and just say how awesome you think this cap is or this shoes is. But just you have to speak up. It is not easy at first, but once you get used to it, you will be so known and so remembered. Because now everyone loves peace, everyone loves happiness and joy that you spread. So when you go to someone and you tell him that you like his shoes or you like his cap, he will be more appreciative of you, which is gonna make you feel more important around your environment. But the most enjoyable thing is that when you actually get gray, you will remember all of this and you will be so proud of yourself. Because 78% of people who retired actually suffer from depression because when they were young, they never had any socialization around their environment. Whenever they see something interesting, they just get shy and just move away. But the people who were tired, who were actually socializing with other people and their environment, they actually got more happier. They were mentally ahead of the people who never socialized. They are more happier now. If you're scared so you can talk to other people and even compliment them, just use just simple starter phrases like excuse me, would you mind, sorry to bother, I'm sorry to trouble you, something that is simple, but just don't make it that big of a deal. Just go there, hey, excuse me, I really like your shoes, where you got them from, something like that. And you see, it's simple. And here you're more socializing and you give him a compliment which you made him feel important. Now he will remember you. You will stay in his mind and you will be someone who's really really likable to that guy. So if you're in a new class or something and there are people who you're going to, you know, interact with every single day, you can just go and compliment him. Tell him he has an awesome smile, tell him he has an awesome hat or awesome shoes, because now you'll be more likable. Because you made him feel important. And honestly, that's a tip that I personally use, that I only use this tactic when it comes to teachers, because students are people who mostly I will interact with them, but teachers, when I interact with them, they will do me good when it comes to marks. There was a teacher, had a student named Chris. Chris was a shy little boy. Unfortunately, he lacked self confidence, and when you look at him, you can tell that he did not have the attention that he required from his family or his friends. But he is the kind of student that every teacher would be proud to have, every teacher desires. He was disciplined, clean, quiet. He would listen to the teacher, he wouldn't disobey them. He would just be the student that unfortunately not known nowadays. The teacher felt as Chris has something unique inside him. He is kind of special, but the teacher expected more from him. So she asked him if he would join the advanced class. And advanced class is like the class where people who are in a higher level, they would join it. They would invite those students and they would join that class. And when Chris knew it, he immediately, his eye grew up and he was like, Me? Me? Teacher, you sure it's me? Am I good enough? The teacher looked proudly and said that of course you are. You are a unique student. I wish I could tell you more about the expression, but it was just so undisputed that you can't describe how amazed the kid was. Chris stood up. He looked at the teacher and he told her, Thank you. Thank you. Never had anyone tell me this before. Never felt important that much. Thank you. That kid taught the teacher that the feeling of importance is the only feeling a human being could ever desire. That even the teacher herself, at the door, she just put a sign, You are important, all caps. So now, whenever she enters the class, she would remind herself to make her student feel important because you will be more likable. As an additional actionable step, keep in mind that this tactic you should use it in places where you are mostly gonna be interacting in. As I told you before, I use it at class. I use it at class and especially teachers. Teachers who I know who could give me good marks. So making other people feel important will make them chant their name. Now I know some people are now asking and they're telling themselves like, what does this has to do with fame? Why is making other people feel important? What is this gonna do to make me more famous? Now, if I had a video clip of me working out, you're probably gonna tell to yourself, yeah, he's disciplined at the gym. He's probably gonna be jacked by the end of the month or the end of the week, whatever, right? But what if I told you that I only had this clip so I can just make you think that? And this is exactly how they get famous. In front of cameras, they would act as I'm making this person feel important. So they program in their mind that if I met this person, he will make me feel important. So I'm gonna follow him because he's someone who could provide me something that I'm lacking, which is the feeling of importance. And this is, in my opinion, this is exactly how Dwayne Johnson got rich. He was very, very famous back in 2012, 2013, even when he had Center Intelligent movie came out. They interviewed him. He was so delightful. He would make the host feel important. So now everyone programmed in his mind that he is using this tactic so he can get more viewers. And now, according to Google, he is the most famous man alive. And as always, focus on yourself because the only one who will defend your success is you.